Hi, I'm Andy Revell, Instructional Technologies Librarian on the Oxford campus, and welcome to another video from Miami University Libraries. The subject of today's video is the database Communication and Mass Media Complete, which is an EBSCO database, so it has a familiar interface. This database covers academic literature and other sources in the fields of communication and mass media studies. The best way to get to a database if you already know the database that you're looking for is to use our Databases A to Z link. So you just click here on Databases A to Z on the library homepage. Click on the first letter of the database you're looking for. In this case, it's C. And then you scroll down until you find the database. And then you click on the title to launch the database. Okay, let's begin with a simple search for nonverbal communication. So I just typed that in the first box here. Okay, I'm going to select this one here, nonverbal communication or nonverbal communication without the hyphen or body language. If you'd like some information about what the OR is doing in the search query and why you might want to use it, see the videos in our How to Search series, which is linked above somewhere up there or in the description. Okay, let's scroll down and take a look at some of these limiters. The first thing that we're going to want to do is select peer reviewed. Let's pause for a moment and talk about peer review. Peer review is the process by which academic articles are reviewed by other experts in the field before publication. For more information about the peer review process, again, see the video above or linked in the description. The next thing we'll want to do is to limit our search by publication date. I'll select really current things, so let's look at only things published within the past 5 years. Let's scroll down and select a publication type of academic journal. If you'll see, it's now included here, and if you'd like to get rid of that option, you can just click the X. And I want to select the document type of article, and I'd like to select the language of English. So with all of those things set, now I can click Search to conduct my search. The first thing I'd like to draw your attention to on this results screen is the Access Now button, which allows you to access the full text PDF. For more information on finding full text of articles that are in EBSCO databases, again, see the video linked above and in the description. Okay, let's open up one of these records. If we scroll down a little bit, we'll find what's called the abstract. The abstract is usually a paragraph or two in length, and it provides a summary of the article. They're usually the best way to evaluate articles for inclusion in your papers and projects, because sometimes titles can be misleading. The next thing to notice are these options up here at the top. If you click on this download button, it allows you to download this record, and it will include the PDF. And if you click on the share button, you can create a link to get back to this record. And you can also email the record to yourself, and it'll include any PDF or online full-text HTML. The final thing I'd like to draw your attention to here are these quotation marks, which is the Cite button. You can select a number of citation styles. APA 7th is included, but if you need Chicago, the two different Chicagos, or MLA, those are also included, but let's select APA 7th. After you've selected your citation style, you can click here to copy the citation to the clipboard. And then after you've copied it to your clipboard, you can paste that citation into your reference list. After pasting the citation, you will have to make a few adjustments. For instance, the margin is usually set a little far to the right, so you can pull that back here. Okay, let's take a look at another one of those records. Again, you'll see the abstract here. And then if I come up here, I'll click on Cite again. APA 7th is already selected. I'm going to copy that to my clipboard. I'll come in here and I'll paste this record. Again, if I highlight the record, I can use these arrows on the top to move the citation over so that it lines up with the other one. Oh, one final note about citations. These citations that you get from EBSCO will often contain mistakes. The most common mistake if you're citing an APA relates to capitalization in the titles. The only thing that should be capitalized in an APA article title is the first letter of the title, so in this case the T, the first letter after any subtitle, so in this case the A because it comes after the colon, and any proper nouns. We don't have any proper nouns here, but that's the people's names or the names of cities and things, names of cities and countries and things like that. So what we'll need to do is to fix this. I'm going to make this N lowercase, and I'm going to make this M lowercase, this C and this V also lowercase. It's important that you check these before you hand in your paper. Okay, that's all for now. There are other features of the EBSCO interface that you can access by creating an EBSCO account, but that's a subject for another video. If you have any problems using Communication and Mass Media Complete, or with any other aspect of the research process, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thanks for watching.